Hello, people that in the house doing today with the Q&A. Only have two questions. Only have two. But anyway, it was kind of short notice too in the way the Q&A. And I nearly forgot about it. I honestly nearly forgot about it myself. So yeah, if anybody has questions for next month's Q&A, hit them, put them up in Discord or put them underneath this video. But anyway, we have two questions. So if you ever had kids, how would you raise them? Well, first things first, I probably would never have kids. Few reasons for that. The reasons for it, if something happened to them, I would literally lose my life. Simple as that, I wouldn't be able to cope. If something, says, God forbid, something happened to them, a boat or something like that, I wouldn't be able to live for myself or anything like that. If something, like, say, if something happened, some surgery, like the doctors, honestly, they could make mistakes, doctors, and, it can happen. I'm not going to lie to you, it can happen. That would terrify me. Like, if having kids and anything like that would absolutely terrify. Generally, I am a worrying person. I always think, I always think of the bad stuff too, along with the good stuff. But I would not, wouldn't be able to. In my opinion, wouldn't really be a good father figure. Like I wouldn't have. If something did happen to them, I wouldn't. It would break my heart, and the simple might as well be honest, because I'm such an emotional person, such a very easily, I suppose, upset and very easily heartbroken, I suppose you could say. And if something did happen to them, I would never, I would blame myself, and I would never, never be at peace, I suppose, with myself. And if I did have them, that's your second question. That's your second part of the question. I would raise them very good. I would do everything humanly possible to try and bring them up in a nice society, bring them up in a nice community, try and get them involved in the community. Try and get them involved in the local tiny towns, try and get them involved in local issues, local politics, and different things like that. Generally, try to get them involved in the community, like myself, to follow kind of my footsteps. But yeah, that would work out very well. But I really, really have to say that I don't think I will ever have kids. I just don't think I really wouldn't be able to, be, like as I said, I'm too emotional. If something did happen to one of them, say if I did have two or three kids, if something happened to one of them, it really would kill me. It's simple as that. And I'm saying that very honestly, because I've thought about it many times before, and it would really kill me. Like I'm a worrying type of a person. And if something happened, to somebody that's my own child, would tear me apart. As many things have torn me apart in the last few years, it would tear into me and would just, eat away at me, I suppose you can say. Inside, and it killed me from the inside, I suppose you could say. So next thing, would you ever join the army? Have you ever considered joining the army? Well, there was a time I did consider, but that's back in the day. I wouldn't really join the army now. I don't think it would be. I would be military. I would be fit for military service. Like that's, but it wouldn't be probably mentally. Like honestly, I don't think it would. Like I've been looking at it, like I'm fit for conscription if that ever happens. I'm very fit for conscription. I have, I'm more fit than some people. Obviously I'm out every day walking, and that I'm doing loads of exercise because I'm carrying big heavy lumps of bags around the country. So that does help. That's better than the gym. In my opinion, that's better than the gym because you carry nearly, weights around all day with glass pockets and everything carrying around. But no, I don't think I would ever join the army. I don't think the army would be a life for me. Maybe in the in the Department of Defence or something like that might be the life for me. But being an only soldier and going off to war-torn countries, that would break my heart too. As I was saying, goes back to breaking my heart. Like I wouldn't be able to see the unbelievable human suffering in some countries. And obviously you're trying to keep the peace over there, and it would be it's terrifying. It's terrifying because you never know what can happen. Because you're over in Syria, you're over in the Golden Heights. You don't know. You really, really don't know if you're going to see your family again. And that goes back to too, if I did have kids, or if I did join the army. That'd be the first thing in your mind. Am I ever going to see my children again? And obviously your wife and your girlfriend, whatever the situation is. But yeah, two questions. Very, very honest answers. I have to say, I listened to myself back there. I have to say, very, very, very honest. I have to say, from the bottom of my heart, that's very honest. Very honest, that's anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, bye.